guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dana. So today is Friday and I have two back-to-back markets, Saturday and Sunday. So I'm just finishing up, packing up everything. I just got done tagging all my last minute items I had to make. I had to make a couple more signs and things like that. So I just thought I would show you guys kind of how I ended up packaging everything up from my last studio vlog, and then the couple more things that we finished making after that vlog was over. First of all, if you saw my studio vlog, I did make these little mystery backpack boxes, and my first show tomorrow, so Saturday, is at a high school, and so I just feel like these will be so cute. A lot of you just said that these will be cute all year round, and I totally agree with you. I have a pink and a blue, and I ended up making 8 total, so I have 4 of each, and then these are the question marks I ended up buying off of Amazon, and I got like 120 pack, I think for maybe like $6 or so. So you got all different variations. All the question marks are different, so that kind of makes it fun too. And then to go along with the mystery boxes, I did make this sign. I just made this on Canva and printed it out, and then I put it in one of these acrylic frames. So I'm just gonna put this out in front, and then I'll put all of the mystery boxes in front of it. But I thought this was a good way to show people like what they could potentially be getting in their mystery box, so it wasn't a total mystery. There was just like at least some kind of a key. So hopefully this will really help. I don't want someone to pick a mystery box and then be disappointed because they went into it completely blind. So this should help with a little bit of guidance on like kind of what you can get. So I think this next to the mystery boxes will look really cute. I'll also show you once I set up tomorrow at the show how everything does look. But yeah, that was my initial idea with this. So that was my first little thing I really wanted to show you guys. I'm also doing this, which will be completely new for me. I haven't done this at a market yet, but these tags say sale, and this is all of my spring stuff that didn't sell, like all my Easter things. I actually have like some Christmas bee keychains that I made in here. So I kept just the original price tag on there, and then I just crossed it out and put the new price, so they at least like kind of understand what kind of a sale it really was. Because you know, sometimes when you know what a good deal you've gotten, it does kind of persuade you even more to purchase from it. So I'm just gonna do this and almost make this like a whoopsies type of baskets. If I have a project that didn't come out completely perfectly, or I was testing things out, then if I don't love the way the first one came out or something, which happens often, I can just put it in here for a discounted price. And then if someone wants it, they'll know it's maybe not my most perfect version, but it'll also be a less price. So I think this will be a good way to kind of not put things to waste. I feel so bad wasting a project that maybe didn't come out exactly perfect, and I don't want to sell to people, but like, what do you do with certain things, you know? So we'll see how our clearance bin goes. I'm very excited about that. But one of the items I have in there is this little trinket dish. It actually is kind of looking cute on camera. I really got into making trinket dishes, and so this one just happened to be the very first one I made. I've just been honestly looking on Pinterest at pictures of trinket dishes I liked, and then I was just trying to recreate them to the best of my ability. So this heart one was the first one I tried, and it was okay, but it's not perfect. So then I made this trinket dish, and I like this one just a lot more. It's also a multicolored one, but it's also significantly larger than this one. So I'm just gonna put this one in kind of like my whoopsies slash sale bin, and then this one will be on sale at regular price because I like this one way more. Then I got into flower trinket dishes, so I ended up actually making a lot of these this week that I didn't film for you guys. But here was one. This one's a light blue. It's definitely not picking up well on camera. I went for an orange, and I did a green. Very spring inspired colors. I think these will look really cute out on the table. I'm trying to do some more practical items. I don't know, I'm trying to find like my niche, and so this was something very fun for me. Another one I saw was a mushroom. So this is just a really cute mushroom trinket dish I made. And like I said, like I said, all these are just freehanded designs, so I don't have a pattern to share with you guys for them. My next set of trinket dishes were these 8 balls. These are my favorite. Like, I would love one of these. Even for myself, I might make one. So I made 2 8 balls in regular traditional 8-ball color. And then I experimented with a pink one, and I made this cute pink one as well, which I love. My absolute most favorite ones were these cherries. I saw someone on Etsy was selling these, and there wasn't a pattern, like they were just selling the final product. And so I just kind of looked at it and I kind of made my own pattern for it. But these are just the cutest things, and they're absolutely my favorite. Very like spring summer, so I feel like these will look really cute out on my table. I'm very excited for that. And then I needed to make a sign for them, so this is the sign I made for the trinket dishes. I didn't put a price on this sign only because the price of the trinket dishes does vary depending on the style. So they're like from 20 to 25, and so I didn't put a price on it, but I did want a cute sign because I'm kind of thinking maybe some people will be confused as to what they are, so this way they'll be easy to tell what they are. So that was something I made this week. I really was looking forward to showing you guys. I needed a sign for my bucket hats, so I did make this one up as well. So this is for the bucket hats. And of course, you guys saw all the purses. There is a tutorial out on my page now on how to make these purses with the liner included. So that's very exciting. If you want to check that out, please go ahead and do so. At the end of this weekend of shows, I'm going to sit down and tell you guys how everything did. So that will be at the end of this video. My best sellers, what didn't work out, but I'm really hoping for these. I'm betting on these bags that we made on the tutorial last week. So let's hope the best for those. Of course, we all know about the yip yips that I've been making. I've spoke about them in my Willow Market videos, my last vlog, but yes, I have 9 of these total. I actually sold some last week just through Instagram, and so I had to make a couple more. So now I have 9 again, which is great. I didn't do like a pre-setup like I typically would. So that makes me a little nervous because I have a lot of new inventory that I haven't brought before, but I'm certain we can just kind of figure it out once we get there. Also, in case you're wondering, for all my market signs, all these signs are from the Dollar Tree. I absolutely love them. I have so many more of these. I use these for everything. They're completely erasable and you can rewrite whatever you want on them. And then the chalk markers I use are so phenomenal. The colors are just so bright. You cannot go wrong. They only come off with water. So now that this is dry, like you can fully wipe over it with your finger and it's not going to come off. It will only come off with water, which is amazing because I never have to worry about them scuffing on my way to the show or any transferring chalk onto my projects, nothing like that. So I will link these markers especially in the description box because I couldn't recommend them more for you guys if you're looking into making your own signs for your shows. We have our 4 phone bags. They're tagged and ready to go for tomorrow as well. These are also the ones that we didn't line. So these are not lined. The other ones are lined. They're obviously a little bit cheaper, so we'll see how that plays out for us. An absolute favorite in last week's video were these claw clips that we made. I'm so obsessed. So right now I only have 4 of them, but we will also see how these go tomorrow. I can't imagine these won't sell out. I completely think, especially since I only have 4, they'll totally sell. I'm not gonna keep one for myself because there's only 4, but I ordered more clips to come in this style. So once one comes in, I'll make one for myself then. But like I said, I'm really excited for these clips. If you watched my last video, I said I was gonna make one in darker, more pigmented colors. So that's gonna be this one, a more neon version of these colors, which was my original. These two, the exact same. These are the neutral ones. So we'll see which one is more favorable or if they all go very quickly. And then the last thing we have in here are my succulents. So I have 4 in this regular, just sage green color. And then I have 4 that are in this same sage green, but with the pink. You know how some of those succulents have the more pinky tones to them, and I couldn't find like a perfect purpley pink color to make the actual succulent. So this is just chalk that I took and kind of colored the whole succulent with. I happen to like these more, and more of these sold at my last show, but these were another thing I was talking to you guys about in my last vlog. I just wanted to show you them all finished up. That's all on that. The next time you see me will probably be tomorrow morning at the show at some point. Hopefully I can check in with you guys a little bit and show you my setup and all that good stuff. Other than that, I'm just gonna pack everything up and I'll see you guys at the show. Hi guys! So it's actually been a couple of days since my last market on Sunday. I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you guys too much during the shows. There wasn't like a crazy amount of stuff to report on and I didn't want to kind of be redundant, and so I just thought I would save it all for the wrap up. So basically these shows that I had this weekend were a little bit different, just in the sense of the foot traffic was a little bit lower and so the shows themselves were slower, but nevertheless we still made sales and we still made money, and so it was all good. But I did want to just come on here and say that every show is so different and it's so interesting. You never really know what's going to sell until you get there. For example, my chickens were an enormous hit this weekend, which is so bizarre because my chickens are something that hasn't sold extremely well at my last few shows before this weekend. Just because it seems like a lot of other crocheters that come to these events that I'm at as well do also sell chickens. So sometimes if your booth isn't the first one they see, by the time they get to your booth, maybe they've already bought a chicken or something like that. But my chickens were so popular this weekend, which was very interesting to me. Like I said, they haven't been popular, and so my chicken sold really good this weekend. Another thing that sold really well for me this weekend, which was my first time trying, was the mystery boxes. The mystery boxes sold out on Saturday, and then Sunday I think I left with 3 and I came to the show with 8. So the mystery boxes did very good. They were definitely a big hit. I will say, I think in the beginning of this vlog I explained that I was a little bit nervous about maybe a mystery box backfiring on me or something like that, and I did actually have a not great experience with one of the mystery boxes. Just a kid who had their heart set on one item and ended up opening a couple mystery boxes to find the one they just wanted originally, which thank goodness I had one left on the table still. And in the process did ruin one of my mystery boxes, like the actual backpack itself. And I know there was probably a better way to handle that situation, but it kind of just took me by surprise. I know I said I was thinking about it and I was kind of anticipating maybe that could happen, but having it actually happen, I kind of froze and
The woman was too stunned to speak.
I just let them ruin that one box, and then I saw the box getting ruined, and so I just said, okay, which one are you looking for? And I looked through the rest of the boxes till I found the one that they wanted, and then I just sent them on their way. I think maybe in the future now I would be able to handle that a little bit better and just maybe at least give the kid the plushie they want if it comes down to that, and then make them keep the box they ripped, and I'll keep the box that the plushie that they took was in, so I'm not losing the box plus the plushie. So that was an interesting experience. It was also in the last like 20 minutes of the show, and we were kind of just tired and over it by Sunday in the last half hour. So yeah, I definitely could have handled that maybe a little bit differently, but it is what it is. Sometimes that just happens. Other than that, oh, my succulents sold great. Those did really well. Actually, surprisingly, the all green ones did better than the pink ones this time, whereas last time the pink ones did better. So again, just funny things, you never really know. I would say the Yip Yips were good too. I would also recommend, if you end up selling Yip Yips at your show, to make a sign for them that kind of explains what they are a little bit. I purposely didn't make a sign because I thought, okay, if someone comes over and sees the Yip Yips, because they're so bright and colorful, I had 9 of them, maybe they would ask me about the Yip Yips and what they are and all that, and then it would kind of draw them in to talk to me at my booth, and maybe if they don't end up buying a Yip Yip, we'd make a sale somewhere else. But so many people asked me to the point of where I was like, I should have just put a sign out. So it was a lot of like explaining the Yip Yip, but a lot of people were like my age or maybe a little bit older, and so they were familiar with Sesame Street and they did recognize the Yip Yip from Sesame Street, so that was fun, and it brought a lot of smiles. So I would say the Yip Yips were a good item to bring. I'll probably just sell the rest of the ones I have and then maybe not make any more. Again, we'll see. I have another show in not this weekend but next weekend, and so we'll bring the rest there and we'll see if they sell out. And for the next show, we'll make more, but it's really, really hard to tell. As for the trinket dishes, my 8-ball trinket dishes did really, really good. Everybody was obsessed with those and the cherry ones. The other ones I think kind of fell to the wayside. The 8-ball was just the star of the show for some reason, which is funny. I don't think I anticipated the 8-ball being the favorite, but it was also my favorite. So I guess that does make sense. The pink 8-ball actually sold first, and then I did sell the other 2 8-balls as well. So those were a good little item to have. I did get a lot of compliments, which was really nice, about my booth being so different from the other crochet booths, which is exactly what I'm trying to do right now, is just kind of differentiate myself from the other crochet booths. A lot of people specialize with amigurumi and plushies. Although I do love making plushies and amigurumi, it's not my most favorite thing. I do really enjoy tapestry and bags and wearables, all that stuff. So it was really nice to have people recognize that my booth was looking different, especially since this is my first show, really switching up my booth from being so amigurumi heavy. The flower claw clips were really good too. I would also recommend making a sign for the flower claw clips, or wearing one if you have enough to wear one, because sometimes it's fun for people to see it either on or at least know what they are, because when they are sitting out, because they're so fluffy and big from the flower, it is hard to tell that they're claw clips unless you actually grab one and open it. So I'm gonna definitely make a sign for them that says flower claw clip, and maybe clip one onto the sign even so you can really tell that it's a claw clip. But if someone was looking at my scrunchies or something, I'd be like, oh, well, I also have these really cute claw clips, and that's kind of how people realized what they were. You know, without me pointing them out, I don't know that people really would have grabbed for them as much, just because it was kind of hard to tell what they are, and I totally get that. Another thing I'm glad I brought with me to the shows was the granny square bags, specifically the lined ones, because again, it was something that really drew people into my booth right away. My booth was so colorful, which I didn't realize how colorful it was going to be till I actually set everything up. People kept coming over and being like, it's like an explosion of colors over here in the best way. And I love that, because it's spring and summer. It should be, to me, super colorful. I'm getting so much inspiration from like all the light pinks, purples, blues, all that stuff. And that was definitely evident in my booth for these last 2 markets. But the granny square purses are great, because even if someone doesn't purchase them, it's really nice for people to be able to see your skill level with crochet, that you can line a bag, make a bag. I had a lot of people take my card for custom bag orders, because I was able to have those bags out, which brought them in, and then we would talk about some other bag designs. I showed them a couple of the larger bags I have, and so it was a great way to get some people also to make a custom order, which I love making customs, especially purses. Sometimes it's fun to have those items at your shows. If you're gonna do wearables, don't always expect for them to sell. I have a hanging rack I bring sometimes where I will display my sweaters and stuff, and a lot of my sweaters, you know, range from 120 to 200, and I don't put them out there for people. Well, of course they're there to buy, but I don't put them out expecting them to sell. I just want people to be able to see the caliber of work I can produce in case they're interested in a different colorway or something similar to it. It's nice for people to be able to see what you are capable of. So it's fun to bring those things, even if they don't sell. It's a great way to possibly get customs from people, and those definitely drew people in. I did sell a couple, but again, it was there for a lot of just displaying my skill level and just a way for people to see kind of what I was capable of making. Overall, it was still a really good weekend. I had a lot of fun being there with my husband. He's so sweet, always so helpful, and just going the extra mile for me. So I couldn't appreciate that more. The networking was great, meeting the other vendors is good, and just trying out some new venues was also a great experience. So all around, it was a good weekend. It was nice to try out my booth for the first time. I will definitely update you next weekend. Next weekend, I'm bringing my mic with me, so I will be talking to you at my shows. My mom's gonna be here, my husband's probably gonna come, so we'll have the whole entourage. This show we're going to is going to be a very big show, and I have a booth right in the front. You pay like a little bit of a premium and you get a really good booth. So we're right by the DJ booth, so I'll bring my mic and chat with you guys a little bit during that. I'm very excited. I'm filming a studio vlog right now, so be looking forward to that next week. If you guys want to come back and join me and just have like a chatty crochet with me week, we're going to be making both of these tapestries that are in the background, which is super fun. I'm finding my love for tapestry again. Anyway, guys, thank you so much if you made it to this point in the video. I really appreciate you being here. Please like the video if you want to see more market vlogs. Share it with your other market friends. Drop me a comment how your recent shows have been going, all that good stuff. I love talking to you guys in the comments and talking about markets. Thank you again for letting me take up a little bit of your time here today on the internet, and I will be seeing you next week in my studio vlog. Bye!